us start with this first. Today, wow, okay, China Evergrande going to collapse. What do you think, guys? Do you think that this company is going to collapse? So apparently the numbers of people getting very upset with them is really growing every single day. More and more people going to their buildings, and they even held people hostage. This is crazy. That's why you need to really look at this today's MAO. It's going to be very, very impactful. All right. So China Nightmare Evergrande scenario is an uncontrolled crash. Apparently itself, right, Evergrande has so many businesses and property assets, and they are all linked. And now people have got into the type of level whereby they actually held these employee, the representative, hostage, okay? Because all these investors now, they want their payment, and this is really very crazy. And of course, would that create a Chinese property bubble? Well, it's all possible, and that's why this is going to be very, very serious, okay? All right, you can see that some of the footage from the Evergrande management being held hostage, okay, in company office, because anxious retail investors are making rounds on social media, and they say that they really want to capture them, and they don't let them go back home, and this is really very scary. Okay, so we'll talk about this China Evergrande later, but let's just do a quick recap. Because today we also have this quadruple witching, remember? Now, yesterday I already showed this chart to you, and I mentioned that usually the Thursday itself, before quadruple witching, the market will actually take profit, right? Okay, the market will be down on a Thursday, and it really, really happened. Was yesterday the Dow Jones came down, right? Yesterday, and and I say that the Friday, which is the quadruple witching day, you can see that usually we will have some more selling. Excuse me, my throat not very well. Usually there will be some more selling, and that is what happened. You can see that, okay? So I'm not saying that today the market will crash, but I'm saying that history has proven that the market usually will take some profit. And of course, this was an uptrend on the way up, and the market still take profit on the quadruple. So of course, if we talk about trend line drawing now, if we talk about just a simple trend line drawing, we are technically has broke the major trend line for time being. Hence, therefore, right, the probability of a potential profit taking today is kind of high. Now, I'm not saying that it will come down, but the probability is kind of high. Okay, so traders, you need to take note of this. Okay, excuse me, my throat is terrible, Horner. Okay, sorry about that. And I also tell you that I did a research for all my TWB students. Now, yesterday we were long in gold initially in the morning, and of course gold went up a little bit. Then after that, in the afternoon section, it came down already. So I decided to just do a quick overview on gold, and I realized that the day on quadruple day, gold usually will also trade lower. Can you see that? Seemingly on days whereby during the quadruple day, gold will trade lower. Hence, therefore, that is whereby our system also call for sell, right? CCYR. So with that and this as a reason, we call for sell. We turn our position around from buyer to a seller, and of course, we make back some money because the gold collapsed more than $30. So this is how you do things. Your entry price, oh yes, indeed, you may just enter, you feel unhappy, and you will be down at $10 on the gold example. But because we do risk management, we know that we can risk this much of money. And then when we flip our position and we make back $30, well, that is what we call risk-reward ratio. So it was a very worthy trade, right? For those people who made money from gold, can you put the word made money from gold? All right, if you can do that, if you made money from gold, please key made from gold. All right, let me know that if you've done that, okay? Okay, so because of that, I'm kind of more confident to tell you that today, China market must be more careful because this actually may cause a bit of spillover repercussion. All right, but before we start this morning, we want to let you know again the real truth of the stock market. I think it's a very interesting cartoon. Our project plan is so complicated that failure is assured. Okay, but complexity is too abstract for you to manage. So instead, you will spray my energy into the vortex of failure. Okay. Okay, I need you to finish 6 weeks sooner for a trade show. So you can see that that is how things really happen in the financial market. They make something so complicated that it makes investors say, wow, over it. But actually it's all right. This whole thing could be a problem. And this actually can be seen on the Chinese market, which actually now leads to Evergrande this current problem. I'll talk about this shortly, all right? So before we start this morning, once again, disclaimer as usual, I would like you to know the above, accept the above, and also indemnify me. All right, thank you. Okay, so what you can see for Hang Seng right now, Hang Seng M1 chart workshop, we are really getting a pretty good. Yesterday we went long in Hang Seng, then we shorted the Hang Seng, and you can see that students are actually really making money. Now we're not talking about making thousands of dollars every day, but if you're telling me meaning $50 to $200 every day, I think it's very possible. And you can see that every day I'm updating you with the latest update, and this is all contribution by students. So guys, if you think that you would like to be part of this, contact Cheng Hua right now. It's free, by the way. It's something you can learn and you can actually understand. All right, pretty simple and direct, and definitely very possible to make daily bread. All right, now of course we saw yesterday the core retail sales came in better, way better than expected. It's really wow, okay, really wow. I mean, the market was expecting at minus 0.1. So these analysts, economists, strategies are all looking at a minus sign, and yet the market come out positive, and not only little positive, it's plus 1.8%. So again, I tell you this analysts, sometimes I also don't know what to say about them. They can be so wrong, okay? And anyway, the Philadelphia Manufacturing Index also came out 30.7, better than 18.8. And the retail sales month-on-month for August went up by 0.7 when they're expecting to be minus 0.8. Oh my goodness. But did the market react accordingly? No. In fact, itself, the market react differently. The market feel that, okay, now the retail sales go up again. Hence, therefore, most likely this coming next week itself during the US FOMC meeting, maybe Jerome Powell will have to really consider tapering. So the market now is a bit confused right now. Bad news is good news kind of bad news now. So it's like very confused market at the moment. Okay, all right, so let's look at what happened. The Dow Jones last night, initially it slammed down all the way down to 34,600 level below. Then after that, there was some recovery. It went back up to almost flat. Then it gave back some of the gains, okay? So overall, the Dow is down on top of the pretty positive news. So the Dow fell, but closed well off the lows for the seasonally weak trading period. Let's take a look. What happened? The main thing was the August retail sales surprised the market really, and it was pretty good. And of course, the latest unemployment insurance data also kind of be better than expected. So basically, the whole market now is like, okay, now we have pretty good news right now, but then it means that the chance of tapering can be higher. So initially, the market was buying up because of there is no tapering concern because the inflation data is high and the stock market, the whole market wasn't doing that well, but now things is changing again. So apparently, also we have Moderna shares up by 1.4% because now they're doing release more of these COVID cases. They felt that the vaccine booster shots seem to be working. And of course, but on the seasonal pattern, we must understand today is a quadruple witching, and I already explained to you what to expect today. So if you missed the session, do consider to watch the yesterday's replay. So let's do a quick recap of what happened last night for the Dow Jones. Now the Dow Jones KSI was red yesterday, hence therefore the market should be more towards selling, which indeed we saw that happening. So let's take a look. Okay, let's just do a quick recap. Well, basically the market opens and it ding dong all the way, and until this point here, there was no trigger, so you wouldn't have entered anything. Then the market recovers. Now this is where it all started. You can see this is a BNB in the morning, BNB, and this BNB comes with a color change, and this color change it happened at the pivot point, and it also broke the OP, triggered OP, so that's why this is a good sell. So if you have shorted the Dow Jones, you have made some good money. And the brilliant part is that, again, remember, I told you, right, this 34,533 is a very important technical level. Yesterday, I said this. The day before, I said this. And this is the second day in a row. The Dow Jones hit 34,533. The market instantaneously rebound. Those who remember that I say this number, 34,533 is a very important level. Please key REM. So remember, I told you, right, that the Dow Jones is a very important level, 34,533, and always it shows that it's always will rebound. So that's why when we shorted yesterday around this area here, we shorted here, the market came down all the way down by about 170 points. I tell students to buy back their position because this is always a very interesting technical point. And of course, This technical point is available in our TWB indicator already. We already have that. So everyone here itself would have remembered. Yes, indeed. Yes, Susan has remembered. Good. Brian too. Jerry also. Fred too. Yes, this is really incredible, right? Hosing also remember. Excellent. So you see, we one thing is that because I do this live sharing, right? There's no way I can go around it or try to cover by tracks. Everything's online. You cannot run away, and it really happened. Now, gold yesterday was really a big one. Gold was really a big one. Why do I say that? Now, yesterday there were no pivot, right? Now, no pivot. What do we do, guys? When we have no pivot, what do we do? Can you tell me, when we have no pivot, what do we normally do? I wait for your answer right now. This is very, very important. I want you to really, really think about this. When there's no pivot, what should we do, right? Let me hear your answer right now. Okay, waiting for your answer. Okay, what do we do when there's no pivot? Check my handphone. Messages are starting to flood in already in the morning. Okay. Based on color change on OP. Okay. Well, basically means that the OP will be the dictator. So if the market stays above OP, CCRY is a buy. Below OP, CCYR is a sell. So Michael Ang says that short on CCYR below OP, aim for KTR -1 as rate. Wow, fantastic, Michael. Okay, for the great answer, if you give me the other side, will be also good. Susan give me a good answer also. Right, indeed. Michael Ang, I will give you 3.8 ADA coin. All right, for the good answer, okay? 3.8 ADA coin. Okay, yes, it's given to you, Michael Ang. Thank you. Great job. You have done yourself a great favor indeed. But of course, you can give me a complete list of better. Can you do that for us right now? Okay. If it's above OP, what can we do? And above OP, what can we do? That'll be a better holistic answer. All right. So yesterday, when we were long initially because of the CCRY, then after that the price goes down, they create a CCYR on a day chart. That was where we know that we have to turn sell. Then of course, I was looking at this as a single yellow. And I'm looking at this as a BMB. Now, we all know that this is a BMB. Hence, therefore, right, if the market breaks the low, it will go down further by 1/4. So that's the reason why we decided to flip our position at about here itself, about 1788 level, around there, or 89 level. We turned sell because all this was an instrumental reason. And of course, the KSI was green. The blue bar was extending. So all these tell us that it's a good short instead. And of course, we did not fail ourselves and indeed the price came down. But what was even more incredible is that this was the chocolate bar available to be traded, right? And the market really go down all the way and beautifully stop now at the KCB level at 1752. So all these things tells you that the TWB system, as long as you follow the rules, you're absolutely fine, all right? So congratulations to those who shorted even earlier. All right, okay. Now let's review what happened yesterday. Recap. So gold was just ding-donging at the opening price until it goes down. Okay, so where did it all started? So basically, as you can see right now, the day chart have CCY. Is a day chart, it got no pivot, right? So no pivot, basically, as long as the market goes below OP, CCYR, you can sell. So that was where it all started. Of course, it started earlier here, but let's say, to be honest, it'll be around this point A. This is where we shorted. And of course, the market keep on going down. There's no recovery. I'll look at it. There's no recovery, no color change, nothing. It just keep on collapsing all the way down, went beyond KTR -3. Because why? The KCB comes in. So that is the reason why you really need to know the day chart and the intraday chart to get the best of the whole picture. So for those who have made money from gold, congratulations to you once again. All right. Okay. So we have covered the gold. We covered Dow Jones. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's go on now to local news. There's a lot of news to go through. But we start Hang Seng a bit later. Okay, first of all, retail sales really was a very surprising one. I was looking at basically negative minus 0.9, in fact, but it came out 0.7, so it was pretty good. But when the market came out itself, the market did not react. In fact, the market fell down. Why is that so? Because the market thinks that maybe this is a time whereby Jerome Powell may have to rethink about his plan with the tapering. And because of that itself, right, you can see that the initial jobless initial claims for unemployment insurance is still hanging around there. So it is also weighing that, right, the people are still very jobless in a way. So retail sales was kind of good, but the initial claims was kind of flat in a way, negative flat or somehow uptick, right? So the market focusing on this part instead. And of course, we have France rebuff Australia because Australia had decided to scrape their agreement and did it by US side itself. Okay, so apparently France is basically pretty pissed off with Australia because they ended a submarine contract in order to sign a new deal with US and UK. So he felt that way France get pretty upset, and of course this actually caused a bit of spillage of the concern of this people. I mean the friction between countries, and of course we have this Delta variant. It's so contagious that it raises the bar for COVID vaccine solved by Moderna president himself. But of course, by saying that, he's actually helping his own company, right? Isn't that true? So let's just let you know, is that right? These are the cases happening in America. So we have in 13 months, there's about 162 breakthrough cases, and people got sick and stuff like that. But you can see Moderna shares overall is doing so well. Remember, it was only a $200 share, and now it's a $439. So this share itself, right, is seemingly finding a lot of space. Now, of course, we know that some of the Fed presidents, they actually have been involved in the stock market, and now Jerome Powell says that, okay, it's time to review. So apparently, right, after Senator Elizabeth Warren, he sent 12 letters to regional president demanding stricter ethics about stock buying. So what happened is that Jerome Powell now have to step in because he's the chief man. So you can see that this is Robert Kaplan. He is Form A. He actually did say that how many shares he buy, and it's all above $1 million worth, okay? And of course, another one is Richmond. Richmond also, he bought Coca-Cola, he bought quite a fair bit of stuff, bought Vanguard, ETFs. So he also bought more than $1 million worth. So all these are showing that. So the question is, if these guys are selling, is it because they have to sell because they know the market's going down, or they are selling because there's some checking on them? I don't know. I'll leave it to decide, but my job is to explain this, what I see in the market for you, all right? So now we go something much bigger, and this is where the whole point of the important market information that I need to share with you, all right? So let's look about China Evergrande. Okay, now China Evergrande indebted property firm, China indebted property firm Evergrande committed two cardinal sins, all right? Apparently, there is that now Evergrande has came in and warned investors twice in as many ways that it could default. Oh my God. So now definitely foreign investors are holding the bonds, are very, very worried. Because why? Because they will be the last people to receive any funds. Yeah, they'll be the last people. And Evergrande owns about 1,300 real estate in China across 280 cities. Oh my goodness. So that's why there's many buyers, there are many investors getting very upset with them. And of course, the share price was really terrible. Just yesterday alone, it dropped by another 11%. Okay, that's why the stock market like China, Hong Kong is all coming down. And you can see that the subsidiaries are all reduced to really below $5 US. It's really very bad. It's really terrible. And of course, people are not going to give them face and chance. People march to their building, they demand payment, but I can tell you this is a little bit like what we saw before in Singapore, the Hom Lim thingy, whereby people get upset at the end of the day, so probably they would not get much compensation, in my view. All right, and of course, this really left people very aspirated, and really, this is supposed to be a very top A-class bond or investment that shouldn't come to this point, but it is actually happening right now. So of course, there are speculation says that, right, maybe China government will come in to support because he did that before. So let's keep our finger crossed. If he does that, that'll be a very good news in the market. But definitely it's all right. The main thing is to contain the social unrest, because Evergrande does have very deep reach because they have many business, they have many properties, and all these things are something that they cannot afford to, create a crater in this economy. And of course, now for foreign investors, they are definitely sweating because the government is clear they want to maintain social stability first. Then it means that the home buyers will be taken care. Then after that itself, right, offshore investors, they're supposed to be institutional investors, those who understand risk. And if you understand risk, theoretically speaking, when things happen like this, you must accept, oh my goodness, this is how the thing works. So now what happened is that that's the reason why there's many traders now, many investors, and you can also see that maybe that's the reason why many foreign investors actually got out before this thing all happened. Because remember this, the selling by the foreign investors didn't start only recently. It started about 2-3 weeks ago. I'll show you some evident proof. And of course, now the problem is that Evergrande have 6 bonds maturing, and 10 in 2023. Next year, 6 and 10 2023, and total 24 of them it's been issued. So it's all high yield, and that is terrible because if they cannot return the money, they will have to declare bankrupt. All right, and you can see now because of that, right, the China junk bond yield shoot up all the way because of this. When this goes up itself, right, it's a very worrying problem because that means that a lot of people are dumping. When the yields goes up, means the bond price comes down. Why? Because people are dumping, and that's the reason why. So you can see that back in March last year, when people are dumping, it was a good time to go in. Now we are going back to the same level, and this expressed a very big concern. Now let me bring you some of the Evergrande chart right now. You can see on the Evergrande chart, you can see back then itself at about $9. That was back in the pandemic time. It was at $9, remember? Okay, about $10 being simple. Then it went up because of the recovery of the whole economy, and it went up to $28. So it was still okay. But very interesting, you see that when it goes up, right, it goes up in this fashion whereby, wow, 3 days itself, it rallied up from $20, went up to $28. So it was like a pretty good deal. But after that, you can see that the distributions had to come in. And of course, when it came back almost down to pandemic time itself, that caused a bit of concern. And obviously, we have big volume coming in to pump the market again. Remember, that was whereby there was some news saying that the China market is going to come in. But after that, it came back down again, and this created a neckline, and that's about $20. Okay, so what happened now is pretty clear that this market now likely, in my opinion, can really go down to even below, okay, below $1. All right, there is a possible chance that it can go down below $1, and that is going to be very scary, and this is going to shake the market. Because the chart view shows very clearly there was a lot of dumping activity around here at about $10. That was because there was a support level here. And once it got supported level here, it tried to recover. It failed. And when it break down, that means that is it. Okay, there was a lot of selling. And that was where a lot of foreign investors come in to sell. And you can see the volume keep on surging every day because the market just kept on dumping. So this is actually a very scary chart. And I believe that if you're going to come down to $1, then this is going to be very interesting. Okay, $1 is my forecast. Okay, and of course, does it create a problem? Well, indeed. Remember, Cathy Wood. Remember? Okay, let me just bring it in again. I think there's some PowerPoint issue. Apology on this. Okay, remember Cathy Wood 3 weeks ago? She started coming in and said that she's going to buy a lot of Chinese stocks. No, earlier itself, she sold away the China tech stocks, and indeed the market came down, right, for tech stocks. Then after that itself, right, in about 3 weeks ago, which was in August, she began to buy a lot of Chinese stocks. She said that, okay, it's good time to buy. And after that, that caused a spillover in Singapore. And basically everybody started to go crazy and gaga over Chinese stocks. And back then, I remember I tell you guys that avoid Chinese stock. Remember? Those who remember that I actually asked you to avoid Chinese stocks, okay, back then in August. If you remember, please key the word avoid. That means that if you remember that I said that, please key the word avoid so that you can see how many of you remember what I say. Because 1 month ago, when students came to find me and asked me about Cal, is it a good time to buy Chinese stock? I will say no. And they say Alibaba now is 170, 180 can buy. I say no. I keep on saying no. Then of course, many other traders were calling for buy because the MACD was crossing over. People were saying that it's time to buy Chinese stocks oversold. I told them, say no, this is not the end yet. There's more to go. And I have been telling you this because I've been observing the Chinese market all along all this while, right? Because my price from China. So obviously I've been observing this, and I told my wife that something's going to happen. And indeed, it really happened. So now the problem comes in. The foreigners bought in about 21.5 billion yuan or 3.3 billion over the last 5 trading days in August. And if you look at the chart right now, this is the period that they bought. So the problem now is this. This is the period that they bought. And the time Evergrande haven't had much big issue now, but now the issue has come to the table, and the Chinese stock, this is like the Hang Seng China A50, it is down, not down. So if this guys is to take profit, then I strongly believe that this market may drop all the way down to probably 8,200 level. Then the market will be able to, find something here itself. All right, so Colleen has said that she buy China-friendly companies. All right, but of course I say maybe she bought companies that is good, but apparently not everybody see from that point. Because people just say, oh, okay, Kathy would buy Chinese stocks. So straight away across the board, I know some of our people actually went to buy Chinese stock just from the context of that. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, and hopefully it's all right. You guys are not badly hit, because now you can see this chart. This is her Up Innovation ETF. So it's still seemingly okay. So this one I'll leave it alone first, but just take note. To me, it's all right for this innovation, unless it crossed $130. If not, I would think that this counter will have more downside, and the downside is about 113 level. All right, currently it's about 118. I believe that the 113 will be the first support for this up innovation. And for me, I would still prefer to buy up below 100. I think that around $97 will be a very good price to buy up around there. Okay, my personal take again. All right. Volume-wise have been pretty sluggish over the period recently. Okay, thank you, Colin, for sharing. All right. So this is Alibaba. Remember this chart? I told you guys that Alibaba hit 156 back then. There was huge volume traded. I said that it will come up to about 175 level around there. I tell you. And I did say that for those people who want to chase, I say no, don't chase. I say it will come back down to 150, and yesterday we saw it happening. Yesterday we saw the price coming down to about 156. Now my personal take is this: Alibaba should be able to go down to 147. Okay, my personal view is that it should be going down to 147, 148 level. Then maybe we can take a look, because that was a low back then in 2019 May period itself. So maybe we look at that when it comes to that point. At the moment now, just kindly avoid because this is not going to end. This is not going to end. I tell you this, there's more to go. I believe there's more to go. I mean, the Chinese market will come, the Chinese government will come in to support. I can guarantee you that the Chinese government will come in to support to hold the market up, but the investors will take this opportunity to sell it down further. When will the market really finish it up? It's only when the real problem can be resolved. Yeah, that's something that you must be careful. And of course, now Europe energy crisis is making market very nervous. Apparently now, right, this is really scary. UK electricity bill is now the most expensive in Europe, and it's went up to 19% to £475. Okay, wow, okay, this is nuts. We are talking about really very expensive electricity, all right, really, really incredible. And of course now they're trying their round to do, and carbon prices also going up tremble this year as the union reduces emission. So really, really all these things is going to have its repercussion coming in. And of course now we just look at a quick one on Santoli. What does he mean or says? Santoli says that the market is still in a chop zone and still believe that the market is going to go up because we're just 2 to 3% away from the all-time high. And some of the counters are still at the oversold condition. And basically after this fast about 18, 19, whereby usually the market will get a bit weak, then after that the market will recover. You can see that at the moment now, this individual investor sentiment, at the moment now, the market seems to be showing that the bulls are still pretty intact. The bears are coming in slowly. So overall, it's all right. We are going to be near a bottom, in his opinion. Now, I totally agree with this. We must see a bit of more selling. Once we see a bit more selling, I also believe that the market itself, right, will actually, the market will actually recover. All right, a bit more selling to come. Okay, that will be better. So furthermore, he says that there's plenty of evidence that mid-cycle dynamics at work right now. He believes that the central bank will put in more assistance in certain areas. And of course, usually it's all right. This retail sales shows that the market is buying in. So this is the, he has this thing called SPY flows. You can see at the moment now, the public is actually close to all in, meaning that a lot of people now are all into the stock market. And this is what is actually a little bit worried, because when you know that when public are all in itself, right, the that means that you have to be very careful, because when public is all in, the one that sold to them is the boys. So if the boys are selling out and the public are going in, usually we could see a bit of pullback. So what we can see back then itself, this actually happened last 2 years ago. Remember, 2 years ago it actually happened here in last 2019 December, and then that's where the market collapsed during the pandemic. It happened again back in 2018, early January, whereby the retail go in, and after that Jerome Powell came in and said that let's do some tapering, and then the market collapsed. So are we going to see the same thing here soon, or going to be a drag for a couple of months? I don't know, but I believe that if this is always a good sign that retailers are in, traders should be getting out. That's my personal view. All right, I don't know what you see about this. Okay. All right, so this is what happened on Santoli Market View, and this analyst is pretty cool. He says that Apple shares is going to go down below $100. Now, do note Apple shares is trading about $148. So this guy, Pierre, he says that it will go down to $90. That's 46.5% lower than the current 12-month average, okay? So his reason is saying that now, if iPhone shipment goes down, it could actually trigger a sell-off. Now, that's only if, let's say, iPhone shipment goes down, because it actually did happen back in 2019. Okay, that was it happens, but it doesn't mean that it will happen again. And another company called New Street downgraded Apple, right, and said that it will go down. Says that now the iPhone 12 was good, but iPhone 13 not so good. Which indeed, like we saw some tech reviewers said that iPhone 13 doesn't really pack a punch, and of course, because of that itself, right, there should be a drop. Okay, and of course, if there's a drop itself, definitely Apple share will come down. So this is Apple shares. I can bring it for you back in 2019. The price came down, but if you look carefully after that, 2019, it picked up this song and then recover all the way. So not necessarily a pullback is bad. So a pullback is actually good. But the only thing is this, where the market was recovering back then in 2019, all the way, the volume continued to upsurge, okay? The only thing is that since 2021, this year, although the price is still trying to go higher, but the volume has been steadily coming down. Now, of course, this is a very typical thing. When price goes higher, volume reduce, because it's not getting easier, affordable for a normal retailer. So all I can tell you, in my opinion, is that if let's say there's going to be any pullback, well, it will be somewhere around here, about 142 level. If the Apple can come down to this point here, it may hit a support, and after that, it may go up again. Okay, if that's what you are seeing it. But of course, if the market is not going to do this, then it may drop down to meet the maximum of $120. Now, my view is that's it. It will go to $120. My personal view on this. Okay. All right. Wow. Hang Seng already hit KTR -1. Sorry, because I'm actually doing this today coverage, so I'm going to miss a bit of Hang Seng today. All right. Okay. Got it. Yeah. And of course, Bitcoin had just formed a golden crossover, which people say that this could basically means a big gain. Well, I will give you my two sides view. One of us, yes, indeed, when it crossover, usually it does show that, but we also see that, right, this is a death cross on the pink arrow. It was a death cross. It was supposed to bring the market down, but Bitcoin recovers, so it doesn't really work, right? So the blue one, it shows that when the market cross over individually, yeah, it's a bit better. Don't you realize that when you cross it individually, the impact is greater? So I can only tell you that right now, right, this golden cross did cross over, but it doesn't mean that the market has to be a big golden upside, all right? And of course, main thing is this Fund Strat came in and said that there were 3 golden crossover seen some time ago. There were three impact. One is 600% gain. Wow. One is a 2% loss. Okay. And there's a 102%. So overall itself is seemingly good. So for people who are in crypto, in Bitcoin, you may want to consider to look into this. Okay. Now for me itself, right, I'm still pretty bullish on the cryptocurrency space, but I also noted that September itself, the market should pull back a little bit. And if September market pullback reasonable, it will be a good time to buy, because I'm still very bullish for cryptocurrency until 2024 to 2026. So yeah, that is my long-term view on cryptocurrency. And of course, people who actually had a bit of sensible thinking, they also know that this golden cross actually is a very lagging indicator. It's not the best timing device, and usually it's right, it's actually behind time. So of course, in case you want to go deeper on this, just to let you know that in the industry, we all know that this golden or death cross doesn't really work. It's a good presentation thingy, but it doesn't really give you a good indication, because it will take a while before it actually get complete. All right. Okay, so I covered all the news. I hope that you guys enjoyed this session in terms of the news side. Please make sure that you know what to do for today's quadruple reaching and all to do with Chinese stock market. Okay, let's look at the chart right now. The bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the flamingo is different this time. All right, let's take a look right now. Okay, hold on, let me bring the chart in. Okay, so let's look at the China A50 first. Okay, China A50 is still trading lower as of this morning. China A50 is trading lower as of this morning. Okay, it's below MLP. You can see that very clear. It's below MLP, and it's also below the MA30. All right, let me just yeah, indeed, I got a little. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you can see that this is the MLP for today. This is the MA30 for now. At the moment now, China A50 is still trading lower. So where will it be going for this counter here? Well, it is very possible that we may see this happening. Just give me a moment. Let me just put in the colors to make it easier for you to see. Well, if China A50 is complete this wave, I believe that it will come down to this point. And that's 14,718. All right, so I'm going to put it there for you to tell you that. If let's say the market would come down, it must come down to this point here, which is 14,718. And then if it stays there, maybe we can see a bit of rebound. Okay, that is my view on this China A50. Okay, because if you look at it, if it comes down here, the RSI will come down to this point. Then overall itself, this could be a bottoming out signal. Okay, so 14,718 lah. It's about another 200 to 300 points more to go. Okay, that's China A50. Let's look at Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong is down, continue to go down further, and it has triggered the technical point I mentioned at 24,580. It's triggered already. So the MLP for today is here. The MA30 is here. So basically, my view is this: we are almost near an oversold region for Hang Seng Index. So unless the US market comes down significantly, if not, it's all right. For those who are shorting Hang Seng, you can consider to buy back some already. That means that if you are shorting Hang Seng around this area here, between 24,400 to current price now 24,600. Yeah, this 200-point range will be good and will be good for you to buy back some position because we are almost near the oversold region. Okay, so I believe that there will be some technical bounce, and that's pretty very normal. So let's say tonight there's going to be any sell-off in the US market because of the quadruple thingy. Monday or Tuesday will be a pretty good day to look into the buying of Hang Seng. Monday or Tuesday. So let's see whether will this actually happen. Okay, let's just see how it goes. All right. Okay, so that is the conventional chart. Let's look at the Hong Kong now in terms of the Hong Kong TWB chart view. Okay, let's take a look. Now today, pretty interesting. The opening price of Hang Seng is actually a slightly. Wait a minute. Oh, Hang Seng opening price is above pivot 1. The opening price is above pivot 1. Above pivot 1, and above OP, above pivot 1 is a buy, right? But at the moment now it's trading below OP, so you cannot do anything. And if it goes below pivot 1 and it's going to be a CCYR on the day on the 5-minute chart, this could bring some selling because the KSI happened to be red. So which means that if the Hang Seng is go down, there is a possibility to come down to this point here at 24,162. Now, would this actually happen? It all depends on US. If down from now till closing of the Hang Seng, if the US market goes down by, let's say, 200 points, example, this could actually bring the Hang Seng all the way down to 24,162. But I shared earlier, right, about 24,400 level, that will be a pretty decent level to buy back some of your shorts if you are still looking for it to go lower. And now you look at the 5-minute chart, right? Let's take a look. The 5-minute chart very clearly shows the Hang Seng just plunged down below and hit the KTR -1 very nicely. Now I want to show something here itself. Okay, you can you see that exactly just as suspected. You can see that if the market goes down to 24,400, that is actually our KTR minus 3. That is about 24,435 level. So that means it's somewhere in line with what I say. So if Hang Seng is to go down, then 24,400 range will be the level to watch out for. Okay, so that will be my view on the Hang Seng today. Clear? Okay, so if you understand what I just said on Hang Seng, please key number 1 right now. Now, how many of you made money in Hong Kong? How many make money in Hong Kong? If you make money in Hong Kong, please key HK. Let me know that. I mean, only those in M1 trading, you traded? Let me know, huh? Okay, so let's just review the Dow Jones for today. Now, Dow Jones is pretty clear. It's still below the MA30. Okay, it's still below MA30. And we can see that this is the MLP for today. MLP is around here. MA200 is here. Wow, so many of you make money from Hong Kong. Well done. Wow. Tim Lai, King Hua, Anthony, Susan, wow, Judy, all made money. Huh? Oh, congratulations to you guys. You guys are doing so well. Okay, congratulations. Keep on doing it. Okay, guys, you guys are gonna do it. Jerry, okay. Ho Seng also make money from Hong Kong? Really? Wow, Ilya. All right, fantastic, fantastic. Oh, this is a good thing. That's why we can see that real life going on. Okay, so let's look at the US market right now. This is very interesting. Black, white, black, white, black, white. Is it going to be white today? I don't know. Okay, so let's just be clear here. We must know that MLP today is going to be very critical. Please write it down somewhere. 34,790 is the MLP for today. All right, so which means that if the Dow Jones can recover above the MLP, we could see an upside day, okay? Clear? Now, if the Dow Jones doesn't do that and stay below OP, then I believe that we should see coming down here itself again. It may trigger the low end, okay? But of course, what can go further is this point here. Now, this is MA200, and MA200 is 34,220. So it's about 500 points from where we are right now. So can I appeal you guys to take the call level, right? Call level. That means that you actually put as a signal when the market comes to this point, right? If the market comes to this point here, 34,220, this could be a buy point. This could be a buy. Yes, you heard me loud and clear, buy. Okay, all right, huh? 34,220, all right? So Dow Jones, MLP will be about 34,220. MA200 is about estimate around 34,220. 34,000. What am I writing? Sorry. MLP is 790. MA200 24,220. Okay, so why do I say that, right? Why do I say that? This is actually important. Let me just clean up the chart for you. Well, take a look, everybody. Now, this is the Dow Jones chart for a long, long while. You can see that since January this year, we have never seen the Dow Jones touching the MA200. Okay, so we stretch a bit more. The last time we have this happening, can you see this right now? Okay, so if you remember history, okay, you can see that the market basically at this point here touches the MA30, which is what I'm seeing here right now. Then after that, it went up higher. So it went up higher. Then after that, it goes down. It broke below the MA30. Okay, y'all cannot see the chart. Hold on a minute. Let me just, sorry, my bad. Okay, just clear my screen again. I bring it down a little bit more for you guys to watch it. Yeah, this should be enough. Okay. Yeah, I take away the RSI first, to make it easier and bigger for you all. Okay, so again, I repeat my steps, sorry. Okay, so what I'm trying to say that my personal view on charting is that I saw this bounce first, and this is where the bounce came in. Then I saw this recovery, and this is where the recovery came in, okay? Then after that, the market basically loses the MA30, which is now what we saw right here. You can see that it's really doing the same thing. So what happened is that it actually came down lower to here. It actually went down lower to the MA 200. It went down to the MA 200, and then that is where it staged a rebound there. Can you see that? It staged a rebound at that area. And because of that itself, what happened, guys? What do you see? Anyone saw anything down there? Yeah, indeed itself, right? You can see that the market basically recovers from that point. The market actually recovers at the MA 200, and that was where it rallied up big time, okay? So what I suspect is that this could actually happen, all right? And then this happened. It is possible. So traders, I will want you to put a call level at about 34,220, and you notice that our 33,835 is actually the 95 percentile level. So maybe it could be a touch and go thingy. It may be a touch and go, meaning it may slam down, come down. It may trigger MA 200, it may trigger the 95%, and then it may stop there, and then it may rebound. Yes, indeed. So traders, think about this. Okay, so now you get the idea, right? Okay, then if I put back the RSI, because this is very conventional, if we put back the RSI into the picture, okay, now you look at it again. Well, we are now marginally away from the time it bottomed out. You can see that. The last time it happened again, it was here, and the market beautifully rebounded and went to new all-time high. So if you look at it in terms of perspective, it is very, very possible. So it is very possible that the market may purposely be down for another couple of days due to the quadruple witching, and then after that itself, there might be a coordinated buy-up again. So this is all possible. So traders, if you can understand this and you like this chart itself, right? Please key the word like, L-I-K-E. If you like this drawing right now and you see that, oh, Cal is actually pretty positive, you know what to do right now, sell, what to do, buy, what to do, right? If you like it, then key the word like for me, okay? All right, because you must understand that the overall market now for US market is still very positive. And I've been telling you this for the longest a while. Now, although I'm bearish in terms of figures, but you must understand if the boys doesn't want to sell, you have to buy. So to me is that now we're on a short position. Yeah, definitely on a short position. But definitely itself, right? We must know where to buy back, because the art of making money is that not only you must know what to do, you must know how to exercise and make your money. Okay. Wow, Hang Seng ran down to KTR -3. Wow, it went down to my target. Wow, excellent. Let me just bring up the chart right now. Okay, let me just bring it in. Okay, got your idea of this Dow Jones chart right now, right? Yeah, it did. Okay. Dow Jones, Hang Seng. Wow, oh my goodness, it really plunged down to the level that I mentioned. Wow, congratulations. You see, live. Those people who made money from Hang Seng is all right, congratulations. Right? Have you profited from Hang Seng? Okay, if you have profited from Hang Seng, can you do me a little favor? Okay, profited from Hang Seng. Can you key this? Can you copy what I just did? Right, if you made money in Hang Seng because you follow what I tell you that Hang Seng will drop down to about 24,400 level, and you remember that itself, right? Please key that profited from Hang Seng. Let me just check my handphone right now, and I see, wow, so many people make money from Hang Seng. Oh my goodness. Congratulations, guys. Wow, so many. Wow, okay. Wow, fantastic. So happy for you guys. It's really amazing, guys. You guys are really, really good, man. Yeah, indeed, you guys are really good. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, wow. Incredible. Happy for you guys. Really, I'm always happy for you guys. When you guys make money, I'm always very happy for you. Yeah, indeed. Incredible. Yeah. All right. So many messages coming in. Okay, congratulations once again. Those who have made money from Hang Seng, yeah, please key that profited from Hang Seng. Well done, Henry. Well done, Wei Xiong. Well done, Susan. Well done, Cheng Hui. Well done, King Hua. Thank you, Anthony. All right. See that? Yes, sir. Well done. Congratulations, guys. Okay, you see that Hang Seng really come down, and incredibly, once it comes down to our KTR -3, just stop here. Look at it. I mean, which software in the world can predict something like this? We were here earlier, right? And I tell you, the market may come down to this point, and now it really happened, and you guys making money. So this is how it works. Brilliant. This is how our software works. It forecasts the market before even it happens, right? This is really, that's why the value of this software is incredible. All right. Congratulations to all of you again, those that made money. Well done. Well done. Excellent. Okay, all right. So let's continue. Our Hang Seng's all over now. Hit -3. That's all for today. Okay, let's look at the Dow Jones. All right, I show you the Dow already in terms of my view. And I also tell you that normally on quadruple day, usually there'll be some selling. So maybe it might be happening. So I'll leave it to you to decide. Weekly chart don't look good at all. Weekly chart doesn't look good. And there's a bit of concern. Let me express this. Okay, guys, this is something that you must take note, okay? Now, this is week number 1. Okay, so you can see from far. Okay, this is week number 1. This is week number 2. Now, if the market really end red down, okay, if it end down, right, this will be week number 3. Now, we are just marginally away from a black candle, marginally away. And if you notice this, the last time we see a 3 candle that's black in color was not here, not here, not here. The last time was somewhere like this. Okay, the last time we saw was October 2020. All right. So would this actually prelude that the market may really come down to this point here, and that's 33,199? I don't know, but I can tell you this: if it actually really happened, this will be a very good buy signal. I repeat, this could be a very good buy signal. All right, you hearing me? Yes, could be a very good buy signal. Okay, all right, so that's one thing to take note. Now, last time we see a triple black candle. Well, we can take a look. This is the last time happened. This one, yeah, even 4 weeks, in fact. Then after that, no more. The one that crazy one was this one, but this one's not even 3 weeks. This is like 2 weeks and then it recovered. So this was 2 weeks and recovered. So kind of suspect that we may actually see this happening. Okay, kind of suspect. Okay, so let's look at the TWB chart right now. Wow, Hang Seng recovered beautifully right smack at the KTR -3. Oh my goodness. Really, this system is really incredible, man. Really, oh my goodness. Okay, so let's take a look right now on the chart for the Dow Jones. The opening price is between pivot 1 and pivot 2. KSI is red, okay, red. Okay, the red itself, KSI a bit small, so maybe the selling is reducing. I don't know. It looks like, but now it seems to be increasing a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, so anyway, the opening price is between pivot and pivot 2. So by right with the KSI rate, the probability of it coming down to to pivot 2 is higher. So 34,593, about 100 points away. Most likely this may happen today, especially with the quadruple witching. Okay, so that is what it looks like. Now, of course, if the market can rebound strongly due to whatever, maybe there's some measurement come in, then the Dow can go back all the way to 35,000 level. Okay, so traders, kindly take note of that. But I want to tell you something very critical. Can you take note of this one? You notice that yesterday the high purposely tapped the midpoint of the cage. Now, as for those TWB students who were in the generation whereby I've been very specific, I did tell you that this whenever the day chart shows that the tail touches the midpoint of the cage, usually means that big movement is coming in. Usually means big movement is coming in. So that means that Dow cage, the cage shows that potential big movement is going to happen. Okay, now this is a thing that we observe, so I don't know which height will it go, but if you're going to be saying this to put it into like in context here, then maybe downside is going to go down to 34,533 again. Okay, it may go down to that level again. And if you look at the chart over the span, you can see that it happens, right? The 34,533 came from this guy here. Then after that, the last 3 days, the market have been touching touching. So there's two sides of it, okay? For those who see from the very positive side, they will tell you that the market will likely come down again and then bounce up, okay? This is the positive side. That means that this is actually a strong indication of upside. Now, the negative side one, right, we'll see from another way, which is this way, is that they say, okay, the market will go down, but because you've been touching and touching, it couldn't stay, then it will drop. And this time around, the drop could be drastic. So two views, okay? Two views. So I'm going to ask you guys right now, there's two views of the two views here, the white arrow and the green arrow. Which one do you think will happen in the coming few days? How many of you choose white? Please choose the white arrow, please key white. How many of you think that it will happen the green arrow? Please key green. All right, let me see. White arrow or green arrow? Let me see what's your take. Okay, all right, so let me see, guys. Let's do a consensus here. White arrow, green arrow, what's your view? Green or white? Now, we will do this, okay? All right, if let's say whichever person choose it correctly, okay, over the span of another 1 or 2 weeks, whichever comes first, hit the green or hit the white, what we're going to do is that, okay, the white one, the green one is 33,900 level range. The white one will be about 35,000, okay? Okay, so like it's simple. We'll give ourselves 1 week from today. Today is the 17th of September. So by 24th of September, okay, we see how many of you chose green, how many of you chose red, green and white, sorry. So whoever choose the right camp will get, okay, 3.8 ADA coin, okay? That means you have to choose one, only choose one color. All right, which one do you think will go first? Okay, I give you guys some time to change your answer. You can edit your answer, but once it's locked in, first time I'm recording this, so you cannot change it after that. Okay, so 1 week from now to 24th of September, choose your color, green or white. Now, the winning camp, each of you will get 3.8 ADA coin. Okay, ADA. All right, I'm gonna count another 10 seconds right now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that will be all. Okay, congratulations to all of you in advance. Okay, all right. Okay, remember, as long as you choose a camp, as long as we win by 24th of September, it has to reach either side. So what happened is this: if the market doesn't hit anywhere, then the whole thing is void. Okay, we come back to this on last Friday we come to this next week itself. Okay, all right, that's all. Okay, Cal, I will choose my color too. Of course, I will choose this color. Yay, green. Okay, that's it. No more changes. Okay, all right, 1 week from now. Cool, right? See, I'm all quite fun. Huh? Okay, all right, so that is the Dow Jones for us to take a look. Let's look at the Nasdaq, shall we? The Nasdaq yesterday did a fantastic doji. Wow, look at it. The Nasdaq kept slam dunk, and then after that, it recovers very beautifully and rebounded. So Nasdaq is definitely very strong. They're very strong, and as long as it doesn't lose the MA30, right, the Nasdaq is going to stay firm. Okay, so now today we have a Nasdaq as a doji. So the opening price is going to be critical. The MA30 is also very, very important. Write it down somewhere, guys. The MA30. The MA30 for the Nasdaq today is 15,470. This is a very critical MLP. So Nasdaq MLP is estimate 15,470. Okay, this level, as long as the market stay above it, it's bullish. If we stay below it, then the market may have some selling. Okay, the market may do some selling. Okay, all right, this is very, very critical information to take note. All right. Okay, Nasdaq. Huh? Wow, I just saw Hang Seng recover a lot, man. Let me just take a look at Hang Seng. Okay, Hang Seng. Wow, incredible. Wow, look at it. My goodness. Look at it. The Hang Seng hit KTR -3, strongly rebounded, cross above OP. Wow, 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 wow. I think those who are Hang Seng M1 traders today is going to be a very good day for you, right? If you have followed the rules, you're going to probably make both sides of the coin. Wow, congratulations, right? See, very cool, right? Our indicator just had to follow colors and trade accordingly. Because now it's Hang Seng trading above OP and above pivot 1, right? It's a buy, yeah. Above OP, above pivot 1, definitely is a buy. You know that. That's a rule, okay? Okay, all right, sorry to deviate. Let's look at the Nasdaq right now on the day chart. Okay, Nasdaq on the day chart is also pretty decent. CCRY on the chart down yesterday was a CCRY. It came down quite drastically, but as long as you follow the rules, stop loss put in the right place, you wouldn't have stopped out. And of course, by the time you finish the day, you have a heap of relief because the Nasdaq recovered all the way to close almost near to the starting point. Now for Nasdaq now, it's a doji, right? So likely doji day means there's a bit of potential directional day. I repeat, there's a potential of directional day. So above OP, the market will go up. Below OP, the market should be coming down. So Nasdaq must watch out for today. Traders can take advantage of this, okay? Now KSI is green right now. That's pretty good. So the upside potential is there. The upside potential for the Nasdaq is actually there, okay? Okay, so let's look at S&P 500. Now S&P 500, we can take a look here itself. Yesterday, the S&P also have a bit of drastic move. Let's look at the day chart. Yeah. So it went down all the way beautifully. Again, it touches the BMB -1 × 1 and then rebounded. Oh my goodness. And again, it stopped almost perfectly at the MA30. Okay, so the MA30 now, we put it here, it's slightly lower today. So the MA30 is at 44.91. 44.91. The MLP is somewhere around here, and that is 44.81. So as long as the S&P stays below 44.81, S&P may have to come down a bit more now. But there's a very strong support at this point at 44.39. Very strong support. So S&P traders, 44.39 will be a very strong support for you. If the S&P cannot stay down, it may actually rebound again, 44.39 level. Yeah. So also kindly take note of that. Okay, now MA, this is MA 200, all right? It's still very far away. So S&P overall still kind of positive, all right? Pretty strong recovery, although on the long tail there. Okay, here we go. We have all the movement of the S&P. Let's look at the TWB chart. Now TWB chart also very interesting. The price is still red in color, but the KSI remain green. So again, this again shows you that our TWB chart doesn't follow the colors of the market. We just have to follow whatever is in front of you. So that means that logically speaking, there is a possibility for the S&P to trip back to 44.89 level because the KSI happened to be green in color. All right, so traders, you may want to take note of that. Okay, now unless crazy stuff happen, the price bring it down, then of course we have a pivot 1 at 44. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, today's inverse pivot. Okay, sorry, my bad. Today, let me just confirm one more time. Okay. All right, confirm. Today, S&P is the inverse pivot. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Colin, for to spot it so fast. Yeah, indeed. Now, that means that today, because the KSI is green, if the market stays above OP, the probability of the S&P going to 44.89 is going to be very, very strong, okay? Because inverse pivot means that it's like a two magnet. They're going to pull each other very strongly. And once the market choose one direction, it will have to move accordingly. So basically, I'm saying that if S&P stays above OP, very high chance it will be pulled towards 44.89. On a flip note, if it really get pulled down, you may go all the way down to 44.38, and this could be quite drastic, right? And you must understand the KCB at 44.39 is also there. So 44.39 is KCB, pivot 1 is an inverse pivot. So if the S&P really pull back down itself, right, it may really go down to 44.39, 38 level. But at the moment now, the chance of going to 44.89 is higher because the KSI is green. But that means that you today have to watch the OP very closely for S&P 500, very closely. Okay, so we have all the 3 US indices being done. Let's look at DAX. Well, yesterday I told you DAX will likely recover, and DAX really, really recovered. It went past, although it's below the MA30, but based on what I'm seeing the chart right now, it will recover, and it happened. and it also crossed MLP, so that's why. Now today MLP will be somewhere around here. Now DAX and the Dow Jones the same thing. They are all between the two MAs, so that means that a bit of difficult to see which side where you go. But overall itself, right, the trend on German market is still pretty strong. All right, so that is the DAX. Let's look at the Nikkei right now. Now Nikkei, I already told you Nikkei should have some profit taking, and indeed it happened. And yesterday it's a BMB. Yesterday is a BMB, so we need to put a new BMB in. Here we go. Yeah, okay. So we have the range, new range right now. The upside range can go to 31,000, which I told you it may be going there. The downside range is 29,754. So I'm gonna put a little side bet here itself on my own. I believe that if the Nikkei is to come down, it may come down to 30,000, or it may go down to this MLP, this BMB minus 1x1, stabilize and go up. Okay, my view is something like this. I think that this will likely be happening, in my opinion. If let's say I'm able to write a script, I'll write something like this. Okay, but also by the time that happened, the MA30 may be also getting nearer here itself. So overall, I believe that this could be the trend of Nikkei. Okay, there's a lot of fun going to Nikkei right now. Why? Because of the PM. No one's going to choose him. He's not going to get himself choose again. So definitely there will be a lot of what they call funds buying on the next PM. And apparently there are some candidates already, and those guys are going to stimulate the economy. Yeah. So I mean, of course, they're going to spend a lot of money, but that's how the world works. As long as you spend money, people don't really care. Of course, there's always repercussion effect, but again, people always look for near-term interest than the far long-term problem. Okay, so watch out for Nikkei. All right. Okay, so that's a Nikkei today. Nikkei day chart. You can take a look at Nikkei day chart. Today is also below pivot 2. Hence, therefore, with the KSI rate, if the Nikkei do later on have some profit taking, it may bring it down to downwards here. So watch out for Nikkei because the KSI is red and the KSI jump. In fact, it's a jump. Yeah, it's a jump. And also this is a BNB and it's below P2. Okay, so if the market Nikkei goes below OP, there should be some selling. Okay, all right, Nikkei. Okay, so I've done all the indices. Let's look at our commodities, which are gold right now. Okay, that's all the headache is. Okay. Now, first of all, I already repeatedly mentioned to you that by right, okay, that what will happen is if the market do this, we're going to see big movement coming in. And of course, we were expecting it to go higher, which it didn't. Okay, it didn't happen. Instead, the market chose down instead. It chose down. So you can see that yesterday, the market, when it opens, right, straight away, it was already below the MA 30 and MA 200. That was another reason why I also not very uncomfortable with it. And of course, plus and then, there's a BNB 2 days ago, right? It's a BNB. So you look at the BNB now, the colors on the BNB. Okay, you can see that. Wow, look at it, look at it, look at it. This is so beautiful, my goodness. You look at it, my friends. This is why you guys are really need to put a lot of time into this BNB. Now, this is the SL level for BNB, right? And this is the -1x1, right? So what happened? The gold really plunged all the way down to the -1x1, and that's about 1953. And once it goes there, I told you normally once the market hit the -1x1, it will always do a bit of rebound, and indeed it's showing the signs of all this. Incredible? Yes, indeed it's showing, right? So if you actually done it, you shorted gold from 1781. Wow, that is a stop loss, a point that we actually supposed stop loss, right? But we sold much higher. You can come down all the way to 1753, and that was a level that we said, right? 1752 was a level that we say that gold will come down, right? Remember? So if you remember that I tell you that, if gold come down, will hit 1752. If you remember, just key the word Cal spot on gold. Or basically go spot on, Cal. Go, Cal, spot on. If you can do this for me, I'll appreciate that. That means that you remember I told you gold will come down. If it goes down, it'll go down to 1752. All right, if you can do me a favor, can you just give me a bit of validation that I was spot on this? Now, for me, I told you guys, I really study gold really in depth, so I can really feel gold. So when I was contemplating the morning itself, right, because fundamentally it's supposed to be worthy for gold to buy, but technical, the chart, the TWB system, the calculation from BNB, all these hamper my. I was just thinking out loud, which one is a better one. So overall, I decided to, think around and just go for the short. And I'm glad I did that because we were down initially, but because of this flip over, we make back all the losses and we make back even more money. So that is whereby a trader needs to do all these things so that, they can be a better trader. So thank you guys. Thank you, David. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Terrence. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Hoseng. Thank you, Allison, Anthony. Yeah, thank you guys so much. All right, really appreciate it. Thank you, Janet, too. Okay, so being spot on means what right now? So of course you have to continue to do it. Thank you, Minan. Thank you, Susan. Okay, so what must I do now? Okay, let's just be objective here. Okay, so now we know that the market hit the 1x1. So normally the market will rebound a bit. So I suspect that today the gold may go back up a bit to 1762 today. It may go up to 1762 today for gold. All right, then maybe there's some resistance there. The reason why gold easily come down was because the retail sales was good, the dollar went up. So the dollar went up itself, right? That causes the commodity price overall to come down. And that was, of course, gold came down even more. Okay, so I know the reason for that. Okay, so now what we need to take note is this. Okay, this must be taken out first. Let me just take a look at the charts right now to give you a best analysis. Okay, so first of all, the MA 200 is here. Okay. The MA 30 is here. So we are very far away from MA 30 and MA 200. So the market is going to be very bearish for time being. So that means the upside itself will be there if the same market rebound, but it will not be a lot because it's below the two big averages now. All right, so 1762 will still be my resistance for today. If there's a buying reason to buy gold, then about 1762, consider to take some profit. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you guys so much, okay? All right, this is the level. Now, if let's say gold is to continue to slump, well, then the next one is quite scary though. If the gold continue to slump, right, there is a possibility for gold to come down to here, which is about 1729, yeah. If gold is to continue to slam down, 1729 could be the next level, right? I think some of you have spotted yesterday, right? Those who know, I usually use the KCB for target, yeah? All right, so that is the thing to watch out for. Now, the crazy thing is that what if you go plunge, like what we saw that day during the National Day, if gold plunge, can it come back down all the way to 1689 level? Well, anything is possible. I repeat, anything is possible. So we just have to watch out this. So my view is 1729 will be the KCB support. If we go crazy, then all the damages can be done to 1689. But when that happens itself, right, can I appeal to you that you look for buy? Because you can see, again, RSI, we are very near to the lower end. So I kind of suspect that maybe the market can go down a bit more. And then after that, it may hang above it, likely like this, and then that's where it goes up. I don't think it go down 1689 again unless it's a flash crash. But I'm kind of confident that 1729 could actually be happen because they need to flush out all these people. They need to flush out all these people. So if gold is to come down, it may go and test 1729 first. Then after that, it may go up. All right. So kind of understand this. If you can understand what I just shared with you, please key number 2 right now. Key number 2. If you can understand what I just say on gold, please key number 2. I get some water for myself. Yeah, for those who have been messaging me, hold on. I'll reply you later. So many messages coming in. I'll do that later. Yeah, apology. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. You understand, huh? Okay, excellent. Okay, good. Now, don't you all like our morning MAO? Do you like it? Yeah, our morning MAO. All right, thank you guys for all the support. Really appreciate it. Okay. All right, so done with this. Okay, let's look at the gold weekly chart right now. The gold weekly chart obviously failed terribly right now. It plunged below the line. So that means that this resistance is going to be very strong right now. It plunged below the line, so it's a very strong resistance. That means that gold will have to bottom out a bit, then find a base before it goes up. Now, the moment next time we see this happening, then we call for buy lah. But now we will concentrate on the sell first. Okay, we concentrate on the sell first at the moment now. Okay, before we just jump to gold, I want to check something first. China 850 is still down. China is still down, but Hong Kong has recovered quite a fair bit. You see that it hit a technical point and recover. It's above OP already. See? Interesting. Okay, let's look at the gold today. Okay, so for today's gold, we have a couple of things to take note of. Kindly take note. Now, gold, we have a closing below the KSL. Okay, it has a closing below the KSL. So, which means that there is a possibility for gold to go back down again to yesterday's low. I repeat, there is a possibility for gold to go down to back to yesterday's low. Yesterday's low is 1745. I repeat, yesterday gold was 1745. So which means that there is a possibility for gold to come down to 1745 later today. So take note of that, okay? Then we also have a TSCB here at 1767. So that is a very strong resistance now because the market broke below it, right? So now become a resistance again. Okay, KCB 1752 is the support level that we saw. So if the gold breaks below 1752, there is a possibility that it will come down to 1745, okay? It will come down to 1745. Okay, the KSI is red, blue bars are all fully extended, so the downside pressure is going to be very heavy. Now, the only thing is that now we have a KCX signal blinking in. That means that we're going to have a potential buy soon on the gold in the near term. That means that the near term CCRY buy will be a good buy. So we just hope that, you know, the low is, the market can have a good chance for the buy up again. Okay. So for today, selling side is 1745 potential. Downside can stretch all the way down to 1728 because it's a KCB, which happen to be our pivot 2. So KCB and pivot 2 happen to coincide to one another. So if let's say gold is to plunge down, 1728, 1729, 1727 to 1728 is actually very possible. Yeah. So all these are telling you that the downside pressure seemingly will happen because of all the what you just see right now. Okay. So traders who want to buy gold to keep, I will strongly advise you to look at the lower level to book to buy. Okay. Not now. You need to jump in right now. Take your time. Silver. Wow. Silver plunged yesterday because gold plunged, silver had to follow. So I did say that if you want to buy some silver, you can buy some. I did say, but I did tell you that if you come down lower, you can buy at $23. So now silver is at $22.34. You can start to accumulate some silver. I repeat, accumulate some. Accumulate means you can buy a bit and keep. So I already told you that time, the numbers are given to you before. I say about 23, you can take some. $22.50 can take some. Then $22 more. 21 furthermore, okay? So anywhere between below $25, okay? Because the up thrust that I think you'll go up is about $36 to $38, okay? Now, of course, the thing is this, if the dollar strengthens, obviously gold and silver will go down even more, yeah? But the question mark is, do you think that the dollar will strengthen? That's my point. So some people did text me on the side saying, but Cal, you look at it carefully. If Jerome Powell is not going to taper, okay, the dollar stay weak. But if Jerome Powell taper or interest rate had to be high because of the current inflation, right, would that actually propel the dollar go up? Well, there will be initially the dollar will react. But after a while later, right, you will actually see the dollar coming down because if the market is not strong enough, right, even if you raise interest rate, it can still go down. Give an example, it's just like what happened back in 1992 when George Soros attacked the pound, whereby the UK government keep on hiking the rates from 8% to 14%, but the dollar plunged, the pound plunged. So it's not really directly like that. So that's why I say this, although it makes some sense that gold and silver may not go up, but I still strongly believe that US Federal Reserve will spend a lot more money next year to stabilize the economy. And of course, again, if you talk technical ground, we are talking about near RSI at the bottom for silver. So any price going down further, you can consider to buy and keep. Okay, buy and keep. Okay, Ken. Now, yesterday, silver also, you can see silver, the MA30 was beautiful. Let's just do a quick recap. You can see this just on, if you have done it, you actually know what to do for silver yesterday. You can see for silver, period separator in. Okay, you can see silver yesterday, once it hit the MA30, it just hit the MA30, couldn't stay up, and then that was where it turns down and crashed down all the way. Wow, look at the selling on the silver was really crazy, but it's no choice. If gold plunge, silver cannot be unscathed one. This one is something that you must understand. It will never change, okay? It will never change. Okay, and now we have a new BNB for silver already, a new BNB. So the new BNB shows that if silver is to drop, silver can come down all the way to about $21.22. But if silver is to go up, it can go up all the way to $25.30. Okay, so my view is that, right, silver, any price below here, all can buy. And after that, it's all right. In my opinion, it will be going up again. Now, it will take a while, but it's something that I see. All right. Okay. So this is again long-term view. I repeat, gold, silver, all long-term view in the market. Okay. Thank you, Michael and Susan. Okay. All right. So that's silver. And last one, last two will be crude oil. Now, crude oil yesterday came down, but when the Dow recovered, the crude oil shoot up. And it's a doji formation, so very clear. We're going to see big movement today. I still think that crude oil should be able to hit this point here itself in our perspective, and that's $73.43. My view is still the same, not going to change, because you can see that it's above MA30, it's above MA200, everything looks good, and you can see that even though you cannot run away from high costs, because we're going to enter winter period, and if winter period there's no alternative, right? Yeah, the price will have to go higher. So that's why I believe that crude oil price is going to go higher. Okay, I'm going to repeat myself again. I believe that crude oil price is going to trade higher towards US $73.40 range. Okay, all right, my view lah. Yeah. Okay, all right. So let's take a look at the crude oil today. Crude oil today is also very nice. KSI green within two pivots, so upside potential is $73.30. It's kind of in line with my target from the projection. So if the market goes up, this is going to happen, right? $73.30 should likely be happening. Okay, and as a lower high formation, KSI green. So if the market breaks yesterday high, well, upside chance is going to be very, very high. Yeah, very, very high. Okay, let's look at the Bitcoin to wrap it up. Okay, let's go. Now, this is Ethereum first. Okay, myself do Ethereum first. Now, Ethereum today is between the pivot 1 and pivot 2, but KSI is green, and potentially it may create a CCRY by tomorrow. So I believe that there could be upside towards here. Now, yesterday, we saw that gold plunge. Bitcoin, Ethereum went up initially, then after it pulled back down because January market came down. But I still believe that if the market can stay positive, there is a good chance that this Ethereum may test 37.48 today. That is the Ethereum side. If we look at the conventional on Ethereum, you can see that it's finding a very strong base right now for Ethereum at this point here itself at 34.66. So which means that Ethereum, if it stays upright, Ethereum might be able to travel all the way to this point here, and that is 43 43, 47. So Ethereum do have the capability to go towards 43, 47 in the coming week. All right, so watch out for this Ethereum. Okay, this is Ethereum conventional chart. Okay, now for Bitcoin, let's take a look at Bitcoin to wrap it up. Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is gonna potentially gonna create a zebra formation, and for Bitcoin, as you can see, oops, KSI is green, no blue bars. So for today, Bitcoin should be able to test 49,000. Okay, Bitcoin should be able to test 49,000. Okay, so that's for Bitcoin. And if you look at Bitcoin using the conventional. Now conventional, we also have a big BNB, and the conventional shows a very interesting picture, because if the market, if you look at the Bitcoin, if you look at the MA30, if you MA7, you can see a very interesting phenomenon. It's actually holding water right now. It's holding above it, and if you can stabilize and go up, right? The crazy part is this. This is the last BNB, right? So you do a one-time one. Do you know that the target itself is 63,155? So which means that it will basically cross the all-time high. Yes, and it will be going towards here. That means that BNB-wise itself is already telling you that there's a possibility for Bitcoin to soar to 63,155 in the near term. And if you look at it now, if you look at the chart view, the last time when Bitcoin hit the high was almost at 63,000 to 64,000. So basically, if you look at it from a bigger picture, there is a very good chance that Bitcoin should be able to touch this point in the coming weeks. So if Bitcoin can come down, okay, can come down, if it come down to this point here and there's no new BNB form, and if you stabilize, I think the second one will most likely be happening. Okay, you cannot see the second one, right? Hold on a minute, I apologize for that. Okay, let's bring it down for you a little bit more. Okay, what I'm trying to say is that if the Bitcoin can come down to here and there's no new BNB form, we could actually see the Bitcoin going this formation. That means that Bitcoin, after a pullback, it may reach an RSI, the lower point. It may create a very good entry level. And then if you buy Bitcoin strongly here, the next wave could bring it all the way to 63,000 level. Okay. All right, so that will be my view on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the market itself. I hope that you guys enjoy this MAO. All right, it's still kept between 1 hour and a half. All right, guys, I hope you appreciate my drawing and you enjoy my MAO. You know, every morning itself, I had to wake up at 5 a.m. to do this, sometimes as early as 4 a.m. This morning was 4 a.m. because there's so much thing to gather for you. Hope that you guys have enjoyed this session. All right, so if you enjoyed this session, can you put the word enjoy just to wrap it up for this week? Okay, if you enjoyed this session, just let me know. I will really appreciate that. All your contribution here is very important to me. So give me all the like button, love button, care button. Just, you know, whack the emoticons and then let this animation be cool. All right. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate that. We will see each other again on Monday, and hopefully that today everything that we have said before really happened, and then we will know what to do for next week onwards. All right. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. Bye-bye. Thank you, Brett. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Allison, Janet. Yeah, indeed, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you, Chen Kui, Eileen. All right, Kim Lai. All right, thank you so much. This Ping Ming. Oh, okay. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Michael and Susan too. Okay, thank you, Henry. Wow, you guys are so nice. And you, Anthony, David. Okay, so many coming in already. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Nancy, Jerry, Colin. Thank you, and Kim Lai. All right, guys. Bye-bye.